Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Tea, where we truly educate and yes, even you. I am your girl, Contrice from the Tea with the Tea, coming to you each and every Tuesday. That's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with that good game for your brain. And I'm so glad that you decided to join us tonight. Not only do we have tea, but we brought comfort for your soul tonight. The Real Tea is presenting the Empowerment Nest. One woman's intention to change the world right here and right now. Empowerment Nest is full. So you guys get ready, get set. We're coming into your homes, your cars, wherever you are tonight. We have something in store for you. Now I need everybody under the sound of my voice to do one thing for me. And you guys know what that is, right? Grab a pen, a paper, and turn up the volume because my guest tonight, she truly came to spill the tea. And we are here to soak it all up. Now, remember, sharing is caring. And if you're viewing the broadcast through our Facebook Real Tea page, please like, share, and follow. And that it's that simple, really. It's real simple. Like, share, follow. No. So, and if you're viewing through our Real Tea YouTube channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Now, each time the Real Tea begins to brew more tea, you will receive those notifications that you can join who? Of course, the Girl Treats for Tea. Today, Tuesday, or any day on the replay. And now for our featured tea for the week. And yes, I'm talking about the tea you drink. You guys know I drink tea. And today we have chai tea. I said I was going to remember how to pronounce it, but I'm going to say chai tea. Chai tea, it literally means tea with milk in India. Now, although the word chai in the Western country usually implies black tea and spices, milk and sugar. The real chai is made with no spices. A spiced version is called masala chai, which translates into spiced tea. Spiced or not, there are no doubts that chai is delicious. I have mine steeping for a while. It is absolutely delicious. I tried it this morning. It's soothing and one of the best milk teas in the world. Now, some experts say that there are many benefits to drinking chai tea. Now, first, it's an energy booster. I had like two cups this morning already, so I believe it. It's definitely an energy booster. Antioxidant properties, chemoprotective effect. Like if you're having cancers and things of that nature. It says it aids with digestion, regulating cholesterol, anti-inflammatory properties, relieving stomach pain, nausea, heart health, weight loss. I know some women were out there looking to lose weight, so you might want to try a little chai. Yes. Now, for further information, I want you to please visit looseleaf.com. You guys, looseleaf.com, and it's and Chinese Herb Direct. Just so you know, Chinese Herb Direct is where you will find all of the benefits from chai tea and a few other teas there as well. Actually, you just search what tea you're looking for, and it's there in the Chinese Herb Direct. Y'all know I believe in the herbs, and I definitely love my tea, and I want you guys to love yours too. It's yet another accessible tea because I got this at Walmart. Y'all know my favorite store. So try it out. Try it out. It's good. And now we're going to take a glimpse of our future our feature business of this week, future. If you're looking to have your business featured on the show, please email jointrees4t@gmail.com. When you email me, I want you to add any pictures of your business, describe your business, tell us what you're offering. The Real Tea is here to support you. We support, you guys know that. So definitely make sure that you're including your business location, and we'll get it right on. And so for this week, we have, I think it's going to be Luscious Wear. You guys know I love Luscious Wear. They have some very interesting, some interesting products. But nonetheless, you guys enjoy Luscious Wear. Hey, hey, that's Luscious Wear. Those are her products. They look really nice and cute to me. I love watches, you guys. So if you're looking for watches, eyelashes, all those types of things, definitely contact Teresa McClinton on Facebook. And that is where she is, you guys. All right. So the moment that we've all been waiting for. Our guest, she can be described as the mother of the soul. Her nurturing ways embellishes the thought process and sheds light to a new way of life. Her gestures, they're very strong. And her directives, they're very user friendly and readily available to all who seeks will be able to find. Please give a warm tea time welcome to Tessa Vegara, you guys.
It's Tess
Hi.
Vegara. Hi.
How are you? How are you?
Good. That was a wonderful welcome. Thank you.
Oh, well, wonderful, wonderful. I am so happy to finally meet you.
Me
Finally,
too.
yes, yes. I look at your work and your material. I'm like, she is just awesome. I love her.
Thank you.
Very good for the self esteem, honey. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
are. You
Thank you.
are. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Tell my viewers who you are. Introduce yourself to our platform.
Oh, okay. Wow. Thanks so much for having me here. My name is Tess Vegara, Soul Powered Executive Coach. I am the host of Soul Power to the People podcast. It's a show shedding light on crimes against humanity so that we know we are up against, and then we can shine the light on it and then return the soul power to the people by through conversations igniting what is for us to do to heal the world. I'm also the creator of Soul Powered Leaders because I really believe that our leaders have deeply betrayed us. So I am supporting, I am helping, empowering leaders to really fully step up into their true nature, into their soul, because there's so much conflicts that we experience, right, as leaders. And Soul Powered Leaders addresses the conflicts that many leaders face between the mind and the ego, the heart and the soul, and all that combined into soul power, I call it, into that cohesive oneness of all our entire beingness. So that's what I do because I was an accountant from previous life. And so I
Okay.
bring that reconciliation, I bring that balancing into the integration process. Otherwise, we have different personalities that fight amongst themselves, and what happens, that inner conflict robs us of the true joy of who we really are from the soul level.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. Yes. The differences, the diversity and all of that. It definitely does make a difference. And you are right on the money with what you're doing. I'll tell you. I was going to ask you to explain the soul power to me.
I would love to explain it even more. Yes.
All right, explain that soul power to me.
Okay. So the soul power is really returning heaven on earth. That's my big why, right? And I'm joining hands with leaders like you who want to see the world healed. I looked into one of your shows, and you're talking about character assassination, misinformation, and that, right? It's like there's a puppeteer holding the strings, and we are being led to, manipulated, and lied to, and all that. And I say, enough of that. Enough of anything that measures our worth from the external. Because
Hmm.
that's the biggest lie, I believe, is that we have to prove our worth to be acceptable. Our soul power is innate in us. It is our true nature. What is soul power? It's the light of God. It's the light of the universe embodied in our body. But how come is that we don't naturally glow? How come we don't naturally shine? It's because fear was put in us. Programming conditioning was put in us from the time we were born, and then we keep regurgitating it, repeating it, repeating it, repeating it. And so I say, as soul powered leaders, let's cut that permanently, not just cut it and then, okay, I can do this work now. I can, not that kind of surface transformation that doesn't last. I want permanent transformation for all of us leaders and really rising above and really claim the wholeness that we are. I actually talked to a guest of mine in my podcast today, and he repeated, people are broken, people are broken. And I had to say, you're the guest here. I want to showcase you, I want to highlight you, but this is my show. We are
Right. Right.
we are whole. We are soul powered, but there are lies that was put in our brain, in our psyche, in our emotions, in our traumas, in our unresolved hurts. And we've been carrying that baggage.
Hmm.
And if we just look back and cut the ties from the past and really claim our wholeness, then all this separation from our wholeness will come up and rise, and we can look at it. And I'm sure you know how to look at it, release it. Look at it,
Yes.
forgive it, release it, and no longer be stuck in the body. So soul power is your natural state. It's our soul, right? It's we are made in the image and likeness of God. Yes?
Yes, we are.
We are the temple of the spirit. Yes?
Yes.
Except they say we are sinful, we are this, we are that, or you have to prove that you're worthy of God's grace.
Hmm.
Excuse me, right? So we need to all come together and say, it's BS that I have to die to go to heaven. Heaven
Hmm.
is here right now. And I believe there's so many of us that are being invited to create that heaven on earth right now. And we are confused, there's uncertainty going on. And the more reason we need to come together as soul powered leaders to really create this heaven and create that safe space where we can all shine and really enjoy our wholeness.
Right. I totally agree. That is the most. It's that's so embracing to my soul itself because it is. You know. I think it's within yourself, and some people don't believe that. They don't believe that these things are within yourself. You can speak some things into existence. I know I do. I choose peace today and every day.
And every
So
day, yeah. It starts
yes,
with, it starts with that, right? The
yes.
intention.
Hmm. It definitely starts. My
Yeah.
next question, yeah, my next question is I need help with this.
Mm.
I really do. And I was reading some of your material where you were talking about burnout.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, tell us the signs of burnout and
Uh,
what to do.
what to do? Well, self-awareness is the first thing about burnout. When I was having my burnout, I didn't know. I thought I was just doing the right thing, putting food on the table. I was a single mom, for a long time, for 15 years, right? So I was stuck in the doing, 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 doing. I was very much in my masculine when I'm really, my nature is feminine, and we are both, right? The masculine and feminine energies. We need both. We need both. But in that time frame, I was in that masculine, get out of my way. I
Mm-hmm.
have two children to feed, get out of my way kind of attitude. And that was great. I was able to manifest. I was able to really create the life that my children deserves,
Mm-hmm.
because they are still, but at that time, they were the reason, for me being there. They gave me a reason. My life was worthy and stuff like that. So now the burnout happened when I started letting the doubt in. So listen to self doubt, right? Listen to self
Mm-hmm.
doubt. And
Okay.
I could hear it, and I could hear myself doubting it. And the thing that I did wrong was believe in it. You cannot believe self doubt, otherwise it leads you to that hellhole, right?
Right.
So that's what happened with me is I started. What happened was my kids are grown up, so now they're spending more time with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want to sleep over. Now they're, all the weekend that I used to save up all my weekends just for them, and now they're not there. I remember myself looking out in the window like this, not knowing what to do with myself because they were gone. And I knew that I could clean the house, I could do this, do this, do this, but there was no joy in that because my children were spending the weekend somewhere else. And I was like this. I was
Mm-hmm.
aware of that, but I was also thinking, they don't love me. They don't care about me. I'm useless. What am I doing here? So,
Yeah.
so that I really want you to watch for those languaging that doesn't raise your spirit, that doesn't raise your vibration, that doesn't give you a picture of who you really are, because those are uh, disrespectful to you, right? If you say all those things. But we get into that pattern of negative self-talk.
Mm-hmm.
So self-doubt, negative self-talk. And then I started believing it. And when I started believing it, I started losing that self-esteem, that self-confidence. And I started looking at my life as useless and me as worthless. And believe me, I was never like that before. Before I was a superwoman, right? My
Mm-hmm.
children and I were left in the US. We were only here for 6 months. And then my first marriage fell apart. Their father tried to kidnap them, blah, blah, blah. And I was from Canada. So I was brand new in the US. Our marriage fell apart. I was a stay home mom. And all of a sudden, I was a single mom. And all of a sudden, I was being evicted. And all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, I needed to do something, and I was able to manifest all that. Right. So do you see the difference between the two? The empowered woman, the confident one who raised her children all by herself without a dime from their father, and this woman who just doesn't know what to do with herself. So depression is another one to watch out for,
Yeah.
because now you believe that you're worthless, and you also don't have any creative outlet. So when I was a single mom, I was very ambitious, right? And that ambition kind of drove me to the results that I wanted, but it wasn't balanced. So it was work, home, kids, work, home, kids. I take the kids to work. I bring my work home. There was no differentiation between the two. I had no life. So I had no life. I had no expression. And that is what depression is. It's lack of expression.
Yes. And depression is very real. A lot of
Depression
people
is very
don't. Yeah, it's very real, and you could be around someone all the time, and then they commit suicide, and then nobody say, "Well, what happened? She seems so," you know. But if we don't, if we don't know what's going on within a person when they're going through depression, it's very very real. It's a silent killer.
it's a
Uh,
silent killer.
it's
Hmm.
definitely a silent killer, you know. So I'm ever so careful about how I deal with people when I encounter them, because you do never know. Yeah, but that
Hmm.
depression is very very real.
I
So
was,
mhm,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was, what broke me out of that thinking, was I was complaining on Facebook. I was ranting. I was like, oh, every little thing would piss me off,
Really?
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's the next stage of after the depression is the rage, is the cynicism. It's like you can't let anything pass. Someone
Mhm.
would comment, and you have to have the last word. You have to have some. Do you understand? Yeah, so I was like that, and at the same time I was looking for a solution because I couldn't stand who I was looking at in the mirror anymore. So the self-loathing starts happening at the same time, right?
Mhm. Right.
So someone told me that, Tess, you should know that I look up to you, the way you raised your children, da, 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 da. So she gave me back that old test that I'd totally forgotten because I was so full of misery, and I was just sitting in that self pity and powerlessness, and powerless because I didn't have a purpose, or I didn't think I had a purpose because my kids are all grown up and they're doing this and that and not paying attention to their needy mother. So that broke me out of that pattern. So don't be afraid to say things to people. Oh, my second husband actually, um, for example, you and me, you're my child and
Mhm.
me, and we were bantering. And here's a new guy in the picture, a new husband,
Mhm.
steps in between me and my children, thinking that I was going to hurt them. And so
Really?
that was an eye opener for me, because for me it was just a banter. It was just I'm gonna kick your ass kind of thing. I never hurt those kids, but to see someone you love that you just married step in between you and your children and try to protect them, that was like a cold water splashed over me. So that gave me an awareness of myself. So
Right.
don't be afraid to mirror to people. Don't walk on eggshells. Be truthful, because it can be what they needed to hear
Mhm.
to really shape up. So I I'm trained under Tony Robbins, and we say bullshit when it's bullshit. We call it out, um, because that is how can you transform a behavior? Let's say the behavior of helplessness, when
Mhm.
you don't call it out, when you don't call it out in a compassionate way, but your style. Don't be Tony Robbins if you're not a Tony Robbins. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Mhm.
always be truthful. If you're the nurturing kind, then that's what they need from you. But I'm kind of
Mhm.
like Tony Robbins. I'm more direct. I'm more I want to pick people up by the feet and smack their bottoms because they're giving their power away. And for the longest time, that was really hard for me to witness
Mhm.
people giving their power away because I was in that position and I knew how that felt.
Right, right, right.
So, but that was also the fire, the drive that got me to where I am now,
Mhm.
and what I'm creating for people to really see their light and their truth and their wholeness. So don't be afraid to tell the truth. don't be walking on eggshell thinking that they're going to get hurt. And what you're doing is you're just coddling people and they get stuck. You're actually enabling them.
Yes.
If you're avoiding to even talk about it and pretending everything's okay, you're actually doing that person a disservice. So yes, there are mental health issues, and there are also ways to effectively communicate in a way that you're truthful and that it serves the person to. Did that answer? Hopefully I didn't go to.
No, no, no. That's good. That's good tea. We need that. Somebody needs to hear that. It is ever so true because I you know, I too went through the period, with like the self-doubt. And at one point in my life, some people might not even believe that, but I honestly did have, the whole self doubt thing going on. And um it was most amazing because that was like so not me. I began lashing out and things of that nature too. And then I had someone come to me, and say the same thing. Like, hey, Catrice, we really look up to you, and you're always doing certain things. And you know, I had to take a step back and just look at myself,
Mhm.
kind of remove myself from the situation altogether, if that makes sense. And
Yes.
then separate myself and say, wait a minute, let me look at this thing in this totalitarian. I'm always making up words, but look at this thing totally, like,
Mhm.
to say, well, you are absolutely correct. This is not me. I am beautiful. I am, and I don't mean out outside. You know what I mean? I mean like the
Yes.
qualities that I have, the things that I bring to the table, the things that the things that I know my worth, and I know what I'm capable of doing. And
Mhm.
so it actually made me a better person as well because I started to focus on those things.
Mhm.
Think on the good things. I thought on the things that were lovely and the things that were true. And it just brought me back to a place, and now I'm like a rubber wall. Somebody say something to me, it can bounce right off. No.
Right, right, right. And because we've overcome that, we have this attitude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that for real. I got a little,
Mhm.
I got a little, well, sorry about that attitude.
But the thing is, once you've recovered part of yourself,
Hmm.
you don't fall for bullshit anymore.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I don't. I
yeah.
have, you can, you can accept it how it comes or not, and that's okay. I'm going to continue to strive for excellence and strive for greatness, because that's who I am. And I guess the whole thing in a nutshell, and I was watching you, I was watching you, and what I got from the set, you were talking just about the same subject, as a matter of fact. And I was watching, and I was thinking to myself, like, she is right. This is why, I think that some people are like weaker than others. Basically, everybody is not have the same strength level. So but once you find yours, or at least find your median, you know, things get your surround everything gets so much better, or should I say easier to handle.
Right, right, yeah. Because you can see that we created beliefs, we created the box,
Hmm.
and once we see that, guess what? We can uncreate the box.
Yes, this is so true. This is
Yeah,
so true. Yeah.
yeah.
You can definitely, yeah, that's right. I can't say it. I couldn't have said it better myself. And that may, for somebody who watches me, on the regular, people that know me, that's what happened. I created you I feel like this, that we are all in this together, basically. We're all in this together. And I always say everybody has the same 24 hours per day. They do. It's what do you choose? What are
Mhm.
you choosing in your 24-hour day for
Mhm.
yourself? You know,
Mhm.
for yourself, like how can you love yourself more?
Mhm. Right.
Because before we love anybody else, we definitely have to learn to love ourselves. And I don't know about nobody else, but I really love me. I do. Once I fell in love with me, I found
Mhm.
love elsewhere. I, you
Right.
know, once I fell in love with me, I mean, this is the truth. So you're right. You're right. And I love it. I love it, Tessa. I do. I do. I had also wanted to talk to you about on the subject about procrastination.
Mm.
You know.
Okay. Okay. So just talk about it. Okay. So
Yes.
procrastination, I do have a blog post on it.
Mm-hmm.
Confessions of a Procrastinator. So
Yes.
there's different levels to it, right? So before I became a coach, all I wanted to do was just do the darn thing that I was supposed to do. I could do it in 5 minutes, but I kept procrastinating.
Mm-hmm.
I hired a coach. I Googled mind mastery because I know it was my mind playing tricks on me.
Right. Right. Right.
I can do other things, no problem. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that I was not functional. It's
Right.
just somewhere inside of me is picking and choosing what it is I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
And so worked with a coach, but she didn't go deep enough level to really get into the core of that procrastination. And this is where
Okay.
soul power comes in. So on the surface, it looks like you're procrastinating. Why? Because you are supposed to up level, you are supposed to upshift, you have graduated from that,
Mm-hmm.
that monotonous robotic day in day out repeat of the last 7 years or 10 or 20. It's done. Your spirit is longing to burst free. And so what is
Exactly.
it doing? It is procrastinating because it no longer feels aligned. But
Mm-hmm.
that's my experience. Others, for procrastination with my clients, is really they're afraid. They're afraid of stepping up, showing up, being
Mm-hmm.
in the limelight. And so when that happens, again, you have to go to the core of the issue. Why is it that you are afraid of, let's say, having a talk show like you? I'm sure before you got started, you had that back and forth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And until you said to yourself, you took leadership, right? And move forward with it. No matter what, I'm going to do it. You
Yes.
took leadership of
Absolutely.
your entire beingness. So, but you have to really be aware what is driving that procrastination in that case. And in that case, it can be fear of rejection, fear that you're going to be ridiculed, fear that no one's going to listen to you, right? Fear, so many fears. And just look at those fears, and that can easily take care of the procrastination. It's all about alignment. What else? Oh, is there anything about procrastination specifically you wanna?
Well, the thing that I feel about procrastination and the reason that I wanted to talk about it was because I have a procrastinator in my life, and I'm always like they're saying, "Well, you know what? You just rushing. You need to wait." But my thing
Mm,
is, what are you waiting on? Because
ah,
time lasts. I mean, time doesn't stand still. I don't know a clock where the time stands still unless the battery's off. Or
I love that. That's so true.
sorry, I mean I don't understand.
Okay,
If you-
so the thing is, we all have different styles. Your style is different from mine. My roommate and I were two totally different things. And if she's up on my business, we'll never get along. She could have very well say, Tess, you're so slow. Test this, test that. We have an agreement not to get in each other's business because
Right.
I know me, I know how I operate. She knows herself, she knows how to operate. Any judgment between us, not allowed. Any judgment between us is actually a disrespect. It's not honoring her for who she is, and it's not honoring me for who I am. Now, it's a good thing to have two whole people like really acknowledging and honoring and accepting. It's the self-love that you're talking about, right? Unless you love yourself, you can't really love another in that same manner.
This is
So
true.
my challenge to you is to give appreciation to that person. She may be procrastinating, or she appears or he appears to be procrastinating, but is that true, or is that your projection? This is me
Yeah.
calling it. Sorry.
Yeah. So you just gonna call me out, right? It's all right. Yes, definitely. I feel this pure procrastination. I feel now. You could tell me you the expert on this, but you could tell me whether I feel like it's fear. I feel like it's I feel like it's more fear than anything. Like you said, the fear of someone either judging you or something to that effect.
Yeah,
I believe
you're
that is fear.
fearful that that person is going to drop the ball, and it's going to affect your finances. It's going to affect their health. It's going to affect a lot of things. And because you care so much for that person, you are in their face. You are not doing this. But think about it, look at it from a different perspective, and maybe wear his shoes for once. Look at it from, what is it that he loves doing? And I'll refer you to Tony Robbins' Six Human Needs to
Hmm.
really look at the person for what they're doing, for their natural style, for who they are. Because one, if you're just rushing people, what are they doing? You don't even exist. They're not listening to you, right?
Yeah,
It goes
that's
one
true.
ear to the other. So wouldn't you rather be more effective in influencing them to the change that you know is right for them, but they're not seeing it because they're blocking you, tune you out completely? But if you look at the six human needs and see what their vehicle is for meeting their needs for safety and security, maybe that slow process is their way of feeling secure in the world, feeling
Okay.
safe in the world, and you rushing them is just creating more fear. I'm not saying it's your fault. I just want you to get into their psychology and put
Hmm.
your curiosity on, and really step into their shoes. You're probably more variety driven, you're creating more adventures in your life. That person might not be. So,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's
Mhm.
true. It is. And I mean, this is a back and forth type thing. Where I'm thinking that I'm encouraging, I might be a little pushy,
Little
to the,
pushy.
yeah, because I'm constantly, you know, I know everybody is not the same, and everybody is not me. Everybody is totally different, but I like to, I guess I hate to see someone just miss an opportunity,
Mhm.
that would either pass them up or something like that. I would hate
Right,
for that to happen versus anything else. So
right.
I guess that for the most part is what I was doing. But the way you said, I could look at it a little
Look
differently,
at it. Yeah, feed their. If when you look at someone's six human needs and really look at it and serve it at a higher level for that person you love,
Hmm.
they're not going to be resisting to your ideas. And you are going to educate yourself in a way that you're communicating it in a way that they're receiving it
Right.
instead of opposing you. Because if you're coming from fear, what does it tell the person? That you don't trust them.
Yeah.
And if you're already telling me by what your languaging, the tone of your voice, the way you're gonna do that again, then I'm just thinking, oh, well, what do you care? You don't care.
Right,
You
right,
don't trust me anyway. If you did trust me, you wouldn't talk to me that way.
right.
So, and since you're the one aware of it, then you're the one looking into the six human needs, the human needs psychology,
Okay.
because you're the more aware person and you're the one who can create the shift.
Right. You're
Mhm.
absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I got the power, don't I?
You got the power. You
I
got the
got
power
the
to
power.
influence. You
Oh, I
cannot
got it.
change them. You can
Oh, yeah.
influence it. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna change some things around. Miss Tessa, I just have one last question for you.
Mhm.
One last question. Now, in your bio, you did. I had read it already that you were an accountant.
Mhm.
Um, and before, so and how did you deal with going from being an accountant to what you do now? I just really had to.
It was a lot of peeling the layers and really rewiring the synapses on my brain. And
Okay.
it's still today, I need to hear information 3 times to get my analytical brain to open up more to the creativity, to the possibility, to the realm of possibilities, right? Because
Okay.
I can get all analytical and rigid, and it doesn't make sense. And if when I catch myself, it doesn't make sense, what's the point, then I change the question to
Mm-hmm.
something, okay, I change the question in a way that will support me. It was not easy. It was a total shift. It was a total identity shift. But
Mm-hmm.
because I was in so much pain from where I was, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know that there was a whole new world of me that's waiting to come out and waiting to blossom. And as
Mm-hmm.
long as I was in that rigid, analytical, accountant, masculine self, I was only experiencing half of me. Half. And
Yes.
my spirit was longing for the wholeness, my feminine and masculine, my creative and analytical, right? The bitch,
Mhm.
everything
Yes,
coming
honey.
together as one. So it was a process. It was a lot of self discovery that I had to do for myself. I was my guinea pig to really, and it's not that I left that accountant. You see that I bring that accountant because I needed that skill to reconcile parts of me that I rejected, parts of me that I
Mhm.
disowned, parts of me that were judged by others as bad or not enough. I had to bring it all in as an accountant, reconcile it all, salvaged everything that was worthless, return it to the earth so that it recycle,
Yes.
um, and everything, all that. So
Yeah.
I love that process of integration and reconciliation.
Yes. Thank you so much. I mean, you have so many different, I could talk to you from now until eternity. I mean, you just have so many good points and really good, for the soul. Like, really, because there's so many people out there who really, really need your services. They need to know. Tell our viewers before we do part our ways today, tell our viewers where they can find your information and be a part of your podcast or listen to it. Your classes, you have all sorts of good things.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, because I really, really want to leave your audience with the message that you are not broken. You are enough. You are more than enough. Who you are actually is infinite, right? And give yourself permission to really discover who you are from the depths of the soul. And for you to do that, for you even to connect with your soul, you have to open your heart. So what does the Bible say? When you hear your name called, harden not your heart, right? I'm
Yes.
paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see, when you have an awareness that, oh my god, this is not who I am, use that as a hint, as a reminder that you are playing small, that you are deceiving yourself, that you also have the power to create better choices and create higher choices, not just better choices. And you can find me at tessvergara.com, TessVergara.com. I've got my podcast there, I've got articles, I've got many good things. And check out my 7-week online course, 7-week journey back to wholeness. I really, really recommend that because it is foundational, very, very foundational. It talks about our energy centers and what it is that triggers us, the emotions that are unresolved, any traumas that we've buried in the past and we don't want it, things like that, so that you can really rise up and own your soul power.
Yes, that's soul power, you guys. We need that. We need that. I got it. I got some. I've been
Yes.
watching Miss Tessa Honey. She's been giving me some tips. Yes. Miss Tess, I enjoyed you so very much. It is
Thank you so much.
amazing. Yes, I tell most of my guests the same thing. I do not believe in 5-minute friendships. I really believe in lasting relationships and friendships, and it's awesome. The pandemic will be over soon. I smell it. I feel it. It's coming
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
we'll all be able to get out and interact with one another. And I must meet you in person. I have
Oh,
to. I
good.
have to sit down and sip some tea with you because you have
Yes.
really helped me a whole lot with the soul power and just listening to the messages that you bring. And that is why I brought you here, so you could so some of my guests, they could really see you, that you are a real person, and that we can get to you if we need to, because definitely we need those things. So I thank you so much for coming to the real
Thank
tea.
you.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
yes.
much.
Absolutely. You take care of yourself.
You
Until
too.
next time. Until next
Until
time.
next time.
Yes, ma'am. Take
Mm-mm.
care. Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Tess Vegara. She came with that soul power, you guys. It was absolutely awesome. I enjoyed every moment of it, and I'm sure you did. And if you're just tuning in, catching the show on the end, you definitely can go back and catch it on the replay, and Tuesday or any day on the replay. But my final sip of tea, you guys, I always have one, right? We are living in times that where so much is at stake, even our sanity. Finding that balance, it seems to be the challenge for all. So some and others wonder, what shall be found? What shall be the founder? Our guest tonight, she gave us some formulas to follow. The recipe is truly in black and white. And the answer is within yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. And just know that you can. Just remember that nothing lasts forever. Nothing. And remember that after any rain, there's always sunshine. Stay tuned next week, you guys. Next week, when we have Food Critic Yamo Bucko, he's gonna be on our show, you guys. You guys take care, and thank you so very much for joining the Real Tea.